Today's thoughts: who's sharpening your faith? Have you ever had someone say exactly what you needed to hear at exactly the right moment? Maybe it was encouragement when you were ready to quit, correction when you were heading the wrong direction, or simply someone reminding you that God was still with you. That is part of what Scripture means when it says, "As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another." Proverbs 27:17. Iron does not sharpen iron without contact, friction, and persistence. In the ancient world, sharpening took repeated effort. In the same way, meaningful Christian relationships are rarely built through one conversation. God often shapes us through people who walk beside us over time, through victories, failures, difficult truths, prayers, laughter, and tears. Sometimes God sends a companion who brings joy. Sometimes He sends a helper who meets a practical need. Sometimes we need a listening ear who gives us room to speak. At other times, God sends an exhorter who loves us enough to challenge us. Then there are prayer warriors who carry us before God, comforters who sit with us in pain, cheerleaders who remind us of our God-given gifts, and mentors who have already traveled part of the road ahead. Scripture is filled with examples. 4 friends carried a paralyzed man to Jesus when he could not get there himself. Mark 2:3-5. Aaron and Hur held up Moses' arms when he no longer had the strength to stand alone. Exodus 17:12. Barnabas stood beside Paul when other believers were afraid to trust him. Acts 9:27. Paul and Silas worshiped together in prison when their circumstances gave them every reason to despair. Acts 16:25. God never designed Christianity to be lived in isolation. 2 are better than 1, because when one falls, the other can help him up. Ecclesiastes 4:9-10. Sometimes the person God uses to keep your faith from growing dull is already in your life, and sometimes God is calling you to be that person for someone else.